What's going on, everybody? This is Joe.
And Amy.
And we are back with another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last time was a hell of an episode where we did our final day of investigating, going into today, the final day of trial. We were able to discover that Von Karma is definitely not just a good prosecutor.
Nah.
Because the episode ended with us getting tased by him as he stole the evidence that we had gathered, the letter that he had written to tell the caretaker slash Yogi, Yanni Yogi, to get revenge on Edgeworth and whatever the other guy's, Hammond. So this is going to be a hell of a day in court. I can only imagine. Amy, are you ready?
Interesting. I love that his name is Von Karma. Like he's trying to, like, get karma on, the Edgeworths of the world.
Yeah, Edgeworth, his father and son. Yeah.
It's gonna end up coming back to bite him in the ass when we fix it, because we'll figure out a way to fucking fix it.
Well, because thanks to Maya, we were able to get a piece of evidence, the bullet from Edgeworth's father.
Yeah.
So, are you ready?
Yes.
Let's do it. Hey everybody, as we begin, please don't forget, welcome to the channel. Hi, we hope you enjoy the things that we do. And as we go into this, don't forget, if you want to find out when all of our videos come out on this channel and our other channels, links down in the description box below, please don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. It really does help us out a lot.
Yes.
Let's do it.
What are we're just going to trial?
Yeah, that's it. Because we gathered all the evidence.
Like, talk to Gumshoe or somebody and say, like, or when we walk out of that room, we can't say Von Karma tased us and stole a bunch of evidence from a previous case that he's trying to pin on somebody.
So I thought about this myself. He's a prosecutor. He's in a police station. We are both people who have been accused of crimes, Phoenix and Maya. So if we step out of that room and we're like, he tased us, he's like, of course I tased you. You attacked me. So he would claim self-defense and we would be screwed. Is what I thought of when it occurred.
Okay.
I don't know if it's right. Who the hell knows?
We're just waiting till court to
present the evidence.
Unravel this ridiculous bullshit.
Right, because in that way you can hopefully, I mean, this is sometimes an attorney's job, is that you can walk people into corners with your questions that you're asking and how they're being answered. So we are here.
So we'll see what we're capable of doing, I guess.
Correct. December 28th, 9:51, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. We got scared, I guess, because we're so jumpy after being electrocuted yesterday.
Yeah.
I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Oh, she electrocuted us by touching us.
Oh, shit.
Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always.
Well, yeah.
I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing? Sorry. I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Stop thugging touching people, Maya. Except Von Karma. Go shake his hand when we walk in the door. How's that?
Absolutely.
Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge? You can't just say that. She's a child, Phoenix. You can't just say that to her. Right. Good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out.
Except for Von Karma.
Whoa, pal! Oh, it's
Gumshoe.
Gumshoe. What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, detective? Or sorry, that was the wrong voice. God damn it. How'd it go, detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good.
Wow.
Maya to the rescue again. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? Polly? He does remember, and I'm gonna prove it. Okay, here we go. It's time. December 28th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3.
Touch Von Karma.
She went outside and discharged. It's fine. Public urination. Court is... Oh, sorry. Why would I just read it in my normal voice? Where have I been? Welcome to the game, Joe. This is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. You do the voices. Except for a lot of heart. That's Amy. Okay. Son of a bitch.
Everything's going to be fine.
I don't know that that's true. Alright. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. And of course he says fucking nothing again. Oh! The prosecution is ready. Wow, he actually said it.
Wow. He didn't say, now!
Yeah. If I was standing here, it means I'm ready. Start now! Right. Very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. That's not the word divisive at all. Understood. Whoa. He's actually listening to the judge?
Whoa.
Somebody's scared. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma. Your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental caretaker has been arrested.
He gave an opening statement.
He's like actually doing a thing. Yeah, this dude is worried. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary.
Uh-huh.
Why are you being the worst by being the best? Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Holy shit.
It's a lot of nonsense.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court. Holy fuck, dude. I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness? Why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony. Huh? Why I left court. I don't remember this dude's fucking voice. I'm gonna try. I'm real sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. Yeah, it's just very much Master Roshi is what I'm doing for this dude's voice.
I thought it was just the old lady from the other storyline.
Oh, is that what I was doing? Damn it. Well, now I'm doing Master Roshi for him. It makes sense. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I'd need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. He goes back to sleep. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm gonna prove it. That's what Polly's for. Why I left court. I'm real sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger. Of course. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do. Von Karma and Yanni Yogi. But I wasn't running away or nothing. That's what we just said. Then why did you leave?
Because Polly needs food.
He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking? If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? Do we just present Polly? It seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, we have Polly.
We do.
No, no, because it was still at the boat house.
Answers to the name Polly. See? It's right here.
No, I just mean, like, we don't have Polly.
Right.
We have, like, Polly's testimony, I guess.
Whatever.
But,
anyway.
like, we don't have Polly to say, like, you were buying food for Polly even though Polly wasn't at your home. Polly's in evidence, but...
Right.
No, Polly's at home.
Right. So speaking of what we have Robert's autopsy report. We have the zoomed-in version of the lake photo. We have Misty Faye's photo from the DL6 incident, Exhibit A. We have an overhead map of Gourd Lake. We have the bullet found in Robert Hammond. We have the gun that was fired 3 times that bears prints from Edgeworth's right hand. We have a metal detector. We have Polly. We have the DL6 case file, which I thought he stole.
Yeah.
But he did not.
Well, he stole the one that was at the precinct. He didn't steal the one that we already had.
And he stole the letter from himself to Yanni Yogi. He, obviously being Von Karma here, folks, sorry. The DL6 incident photo of Edgeworth's father, and the bullet from Edgeworth's heart. Gregory Edgeworth still bears clear ballistic markings. Okay.
Yeah. Edgeworth Sr.
Yeah. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? Food. Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown.
Oh, I thought she would eat noodles.
Because it's a pasta shop, which it's definitely not. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack? Well, I kind of got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's gonna believe that. I see. So he was lost. It's like Phoenix in his head's like, only an idiot would believe that, and then the judge is like, yes, he was definitely lost. It's like...
Are you lost? Is this actually your courtroom? Because we've seen time and time again that it really isn't.
Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep, seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has... Sorry, wow. I went into a couple of different voices at the same time there. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. Grrr. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue. I'd need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. Fuck.
That's not true.
One of these last 2 statements, yeah, but we don't have the letter. If we had the letter, we'd present the letter here. I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow.
Are you trying to present something?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I could present. What is... Okay. So here's the entire case summary that we have for the DL6 incident.
Okay.
Location, elevator, district courthouse. Air in elevator was oxygen depleted at time of incident. No clues found on the scene. Gregory Edgeworth, age 35, defense attorney, trapped in elevator, returning from a lost trial with son Miles Edgeworth, age 9. 1 bullet found in heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. Yanni Yogi, age 37, court bailiff, trapped in elevator with the Edgeworths. Memory lost due to oxygen deprivation. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. How did I not know this? What the fuck?
This is the first we're hearing of it.
I guess we never looked at this actual... Wow.
Jeez.
Okay. I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. Do we just present this? Let's try it.
I mean...
We can use to lose 2 things. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah,
we gotta give it
I
a
don't
try.
think this is gonna work, but we could try it.
Nope. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Huh? Really? Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. Whoops, that didn't go so well. Yeah, of course. Alright. I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I'd need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. Now we can try it. Damn it. Come on, man.
The problem is, the court doesn't have his identity. So we can't say, yes, you do have a motive, because we know you're Yogi, and Yogi has a motive because of DL6. That's way too convoluted when the court doesn't even know he's Yogi.
Yeah, that's why I feel like I was right with Polly, because Polly might be able to say...
Remember the DL6 incident.
Okay. The witness statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Unfortunately, I will have to penalize you, Mr. Wright. Also not how it works. Ugh, I must be on the wrong track? Alright, so I think it's one of these two. I think it's either I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. Let's try Polly with that one. Like, if we lose and have to start over, that's fine. We're early on enough.
DL6 is a different incident.
Is it, though? It came from, like, this came from DL6.
Yes, but nobody knows that.
Okay,
but us
but
and Von Karma.
Sure, but we have the information about
This
that.
guy might not even know it.
We'll find out. Nope. Okay. Alright, so what do you think then? Obviously, I'm wrong
I
here.
don't know that we can present anything. I think we just press and press.
Okay. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing, this same thing, over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes. Yes, Your Honor? You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has, quote, nothing to do with this case and, quote, no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or, are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Ho ho! Now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright. Sorry, wow. That was 2 voices at the same time. Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name. We've been saying the whole time that he's Yanni Yogi. Is it possible that
Not
he's...
in court.
Gregory Edgeworth or Robert Hammond?
No.
His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident. He figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? That's Polly.
Okay.
This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick! How are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then, we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see. That makes sense. Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints.
What?
He was in the Men in Black, you see, and they melt them off of you. What? What? No fingerprints?
That's not how that works.
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yep. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. No! Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No! I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. Yes, you can. We have the bird, damn it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Except a bird. Nick, what are we gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Have you figured out the thing that are you about to figure out the thing that we've been fucking saying this whole time? Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to... Your Honor. The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up? On my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot.
Look at his face.
He's so determined.
I would like to do this very serious thing.
Von Karma said it would be comic relief. Order! Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. It's not technically what that is. There is such a thing as, like, opening the door, whereas, like, if a witness mentions something that the prosecutor, or the defense, I guess in this case, was not allowed to ask about, if the witness brings it up, then you're allowed to expand on it because they opened the door to it, even if it was something that you weren't necessarily allowed to bring up.
Interesting. Okay.
So
that's kind of cool.
That's kind of this, but not really. Like it's a bastardization of that principle.
Well, so is the rest of the game.
Exactly.
So let's just move on.
Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy! Well, still want to go through with your little game? Yes, I'm doing it, or
We tried
no,
to do
maybe
it
not.
at the beginning of this trial.
I've been trying to do it this whole time. I lost so many points for it. Let the parrot take the stand.
This is amazing.
God, if I was an attorney and there was a clip of me saying that, like... I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. Ugh. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. Because we definitely just have it here in the courtroom.
It's not even up there with Yogi. It's just on a perch that's just standing behind the witness stand.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's great.
That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name!
I was drinking.
You picked the wrong time to take a sip of that water.
Oh my god, I spat it into my own eyes. Why?
Your Honor, please don't badger our witness. Birds probably don't pair well with badgers, so... Holy shit.
Oh my god.
The witness is ignoring me. It's a fucking...
This dude is so stupid.
It's a bird, dude. It's a goddamn bird. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please, testify for us. What the fuck?
This is so stupid. Oh my god, just give me a second.
Wow. What the hell?
Okay. Oh, I gotta fan myself.
Getting the vapors over there.
Oh my god. My fucking face feels like it's falling off.
I've heard of a kangaroo court, but this is ridiculous. Anyway.
Go ahead.
Okay. Witness testimony. Who is your owner? Why? Why is this what they did to us? Everybody in the court intently listening to this fucking bird. Oh my god.
They can't just let us ask it questions.
Nope.
They have to give us this non-existent testimony.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna do something, that's for damn sure.
Oh my god.
Hello, hello, right? Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Fuck this game. Oh my god. What the hell?
Oh my god.
This is... You gotta catch your breath over there. This is insane. Everything that's happening around this is insane. Polly's testimony, the fact that the judge is just continuing on like it's normal. God. All of this is the worst. Okay. You ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Very well. Begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you gonna do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? I mean, she was the one who was able to talk to it when we were in the apartment or whatever.
Right.
Who is your owner? Hello. Right? Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. Come on.
Oh my god.
I want you to testify.
Yes. Now threaten the bird.
Yes, thank you. That's the correct response, Phoenix. Maya, you talk to her. Right. What do I say? Have we forgotten something? What's your name, or what's the safe number?
Have we forgotten something?
That's right.
Oh, we should ask the name first.
Name first?
Yeah.
Maybe I should get her to say her name? Polly, what's your name? Polly, right? Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? Shit. Oh, actually, of course.
Yes.
Yes, it does.
His name was Polly.
That's right. Ha! Fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... Hell yeah! Thank God we read this.
Yes.
The DL6 case file? That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on, then? Well, there are only 3 pages, so... Show us, or stop wasting our time.
Show us!
Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name? Case summary, victim data, it's gotta be suspect data. Because Yanni Yogi being the suspect.
He wasn't the suspect.
He was, because what's his name got him off? Hammond got him off.
Yeah, okay.
Because he was arrested, right? So when he was arrested, she killed herself. That was what, yeah. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée died by suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly! Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée, who had died by suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. Bah, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé?
What?
She's only 7 years old. Arrest this man. God damn it, Karma.
Such a jackass.
Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I gonna find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we could just get one more piece of evidence. Yeah, so now we ask have we forgotten something?
Right.
Right, but what? Very well, witness. You may continue. Fuck. Okay, so let's press on this. So we can get back to Maya again. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? There we go, we did it. As I recall, 2 days ago... Polly, have we forgotten something? Right? Don't forget DL6. Right? Perfect. Mwah. Beautiful, Amy. Nicely done.
I did nothing. Literal nothing. I have been sitting.
If I can get Polly to say that here, that'll prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello? Hello? Right? Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot. Something we forgot. Hello? Hello? Right? Uh-oh. It's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Something
Karma did fuck with this witness as well, somehow.
Something the matter, Mr. Wright. Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything? Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me. Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parrot. Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Hello, hello, right?
What do we present her with evidence or something? Oh my god.
Could it be this?
Oh.
I don't know how this would make any sense, but... Because we don't have a picture of Yanni Yogi. All we have is this. Yeah, I think we're going to lose points here.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure I follow. It clearly, contradicts the, I thought... Great. Objection overruled. Okay, fine. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. That's frustrating. I think that's it.
What the hell?
I don't know what the hell else to do. Do we present Polly with Polly? Yeah, I have no idea. What the hell else would we do?
Maybe we show Polly the picture from the DL6 incident?
There what? This one?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Neither do I.
Sure. Like that one... Because I'm sure the picture doesn't mean DL6 to the parrot.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn it.
I have no idea what to do here.
Maybe just the DL6 case file? Because it's called DL6.
Yeah, but we don't...
So if we say DL6 to the bird, maybe it will say DL6.
Yeah, but... Okay. Alright, let's give it a try, I guess. It's our last shot, and otherwise we're gonna... We lose if we're wrong here, but then we can just start over. No, we got... No way. Okay. Unfortunately, I'll have to penalize you, Mr. Wright. And that's it. Ugh, I must be on the wrong track.
This anyway, because Von Karma messed with the parrot.
Well, it doesn't matter. That's not this. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, guilty.
He's just guilty even though they proved he wasn't.
The accused will
Simply
surrender
because
to the...
they couldn't prove this other guy was Yanni Yogi.
Exactly. It's just that we lost. The accused will surrender to the court immediately to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Wait, that was the first time we've seen those doors shut, isn't it?
I don't recall. We lost once before, but...
I feel like it is.
Alright, let's skip through as much of this as we possibly can. Sorry, everybody. Jesus.
Maybe Maya has to electrocute the bird.
Why? That would kill it. Plus, don't forget, she went outside and discharged, so... So weird. Come on, come on. Let's get back to where we were.
Maybe there's a way to change something beforehand so that we don't lose later.
Well, yeah, I mean, thankfully we can just not lose all those things against him when we were trying to present evidence that wouldn't work because we were going to get to the end, so... Alright, so we can just hear his whole testimony, that's fine because we're not at cross-examination. Then when we get to cross-examination, we'll just press him on everything, and then eventually they'll stop us and go into the actual decision-making portion of this. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. We know. Here we go.
Objection.
Yeah, exactly. We've heard all this. I apologize, everybody, as we rush through all this stuff, but we've heard it all already, so...
So stupid.
Right? Alright, and last but not least, here we go. There we go.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes? Yes, Your Honor?
You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case?
Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said that he has nothing to do with the case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies.
Order! Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or, are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor. Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma.
Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name.
His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff.
Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh, Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident.
Figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case.
But what does this mean?
Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Come on. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right now, right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, fingerprint the guy, blah, blah, blah. He burned off his fingerprints in a chemical plant. It has no fingerprints. Chemicals burned him off. Oh, God, he remembers. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past.
Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity.
No. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to... Your Honor. I'm going to take Von Karma up on his offer, but you set it up. I'm allowed to do it. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry.
Order! Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma?
Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Now we object. He let us do it. He opened the door. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, accept the consequences.
Nick, this is crazy.
Well, still want to go through with your little game?
Maybe we just try asking it about what we forgot as opposed to asking its name first.
No, we have to do the name because that's how we present the case file to prove that Polly is connected to Yanni Yogi. Besides, if he messed with it, then that's it. We'll go past that and see what happens. We just weren't willing to do that, so we'll see what happens now. Here's the testimony. Who is your owner?
Hello, right?
Okay, great.
Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far.
Right. What are you gonna do, Nick? That's not what I'm gonna do. I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Okay. Maya, you talk to her. Okay, so it's got to be name first. Right? You think we should do the have we forgotten something first? We can always go back as we learned.
I think it's interesting that what's the safe number is a question here. I'm wondering if asking about the safe will make the bird, like, not say just hello when we ask what we've forgotten. Because it'll, like, that'll make the bird think that we're not just some random stranger. We're Yogi.
I think that's a bit of a stretch.
Okay, maybe.
I'm not sure, obviously, because we lost already, but that feels like the what's the safe number thing is just there to, like, waste time and throw us off.
Maybe. That's what I thought initially.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, maybe they just have the three things there because those are the three things that we got the parrot to say.
Like I said, I think what we just have to do is move on, and after the three dots, like, don't present it anything, don't question it, and just see where the game takes us at that point.
Okay.
So, which do you want to do, though? What's your name, or have we forgotten something? For here.
Well, you say we have to do the name first.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I should get her to say her name? Polly, what's your name? Polly, right?
Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity?
Yes, it does.
Ha! Fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity, then show us this proof.
Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far?
Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi.
Your Honor, the proof that the caretaker's name, or the parrot's name, reveals the caretaker's identity is...
the DL6 case file.
That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on, then? Show us, or stop wasting our time.
Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name?
It's on the suspect data page, blah blah blah. Yanni Yogi, his fiancée, Polly. Exactly. Remember his fiancée. That's why he named his parrot after her.
I see. I guess that is possible.
Bah, a mere coincidence. I have a grandchild, and her name is Phoenix. Are you dating my 7-year-old granddaughter?
Just please.
Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence.
Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence. Right, but what?
Very well, witness. You may continue.
Alright, so we press it on the ellipses. You're here to speak. You must speak to me.
Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parrot.
Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Okay. All right. What do you want to say? Have we forgotten something, or what's the safe number?
I want to say what's the safe number, because we still might be able to ask the third question.
Yeah.
Afterward.
Maybe I'll get her to say the number in that safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the number to the safe in the shack? 1228, 1228.
My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker?
Actually, it does. Probably. It's probably a date. 12/28. It's the date of the DL6 incident.
Yeah, you're right. Good for you.
Oh my god.
Good for you. Good for you. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ha! Ridiculous. Good job, Amy. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? Once again, the case file. Whoops, sorry. Okay. And present. The DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case?
Mr. Wright, where in this file is something related to that safe number?
It's on the case summary page.
The case summary?
Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred.
The date of the incident? December 28th? Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago.
And the number on the safe is 1228.
Ah!
He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him.
I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates.
Bah, this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number 1.
Well, now we know what his ATM card number is.
Right?
We could just steal his debit card and steal all his money.
This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing.
That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here.
This is a mere coincidence, that's all.
True, that is a possibility. However, 2 coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me.
What are you saying?
Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately.
Summon him? Where'd he go?
They probably brought him back to holding or something.
Witness, tell us your name.
Wait. This witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. Oh, shit. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years.
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court.
My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court.
Order! Order! Yanni Yogi, so was it you who killed Robert Hammond? And tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death?
Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. He won the trial, but I lost everything. So does that mean that Edgeworth really did kill his father?
Yeah. He did.
I lost my job?
He didn't mean to.
Yeah. My fiancé? My social standing? Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on from the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets.
Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean?
I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Wow. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi?
Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession.
Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is?
Innocent. In this case, at least.
Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So, I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections?
I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything?
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty.
Von Karma lost his first trial.
And there's definitely confetti when you win a trial.
True. All the time.
Yep.
Bailiffs love, maintenance staff loves having to clean that shit up. Every trial.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
I was gonna say, there's no way it is. Oh, Edgeworth objected.
Did someone just say objection?
I assumed it would have been Von Karma.
Yeah.
It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth?
Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's gonna say he's guilty. He's gonna tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's gonna tell them he killed his own dad. Uh-oh, what do I do? Raise an objection or leave it to Edgeworth?
Raise an objection.
The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Jesus. Didn't something like this happen yesterday, too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That was Butts. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth.
He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out.
Now he's giving testimony? Oh, for 15 years. I've had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know. It wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer.
You mean in the incident where your father died?
From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me!
So why
as
is
he
he pointing
points off
away?
to the side at nothing in particular.
Order! Order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant, declared innocent, is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this.
Bah! It's obvious. We hold a trial. Right here, right now.
I'm pretty sure there's somebody scheduled after this, so,
We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago, with no gathering of evidence, nothing whatsoever.
I mean, Von Karma gathered all the evidence.
I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned.
It's not adjourned, it's in recess. Anyway, December 28th, 2:24 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. We've been here for 4.5 hours already? I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort. Oh, Gumshoe.
He's so sad.
Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad?
I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances.
It's not true.
And murder is murder without a statute of limitations. Anyway.
This is crazy, just crazy.
Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent.
Ugh. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court.
I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe you're a nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me.
Right?
Calling butts.
Yeah, that's definitely what we need. December 28th, 2:30 p.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. How am I going to do this?
Now then, I would like to resume our trial.
Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book.
I see. Does the defense have any objections?
No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you?
Of course you did.
Yep.
You already knew that. So
Very
why
well.
are you asking that question of yourself?
Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand?
I object. He's not on a little perch.
It's just on all fours, balancing on this little perch.
Will the witness state his name and profession?
Miles Edgeworth, I'm a prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Edgeworth, even though this is a massive conflict of interest for me to be staying here and continuing on this, let me ask.
It is for Phoenix to defend him, too, I assume.
Well, no, you can defend whoever you want. I guess technically he could prosecute whoever he wants. For the judge, though, it's a conflict of interest because Edgeworth has prosecuted in front of the judge multiple times. You would need to have an impartial judge who has not built up any assumptions by watching Edgeworth in trials and stuff.
Right.
Like he knows him, presumably like has drawn conclusions about his intelligence, his ability, etc.
Right.
So yeah.
And I mean, not to mention that he remembers Yanni Yogi's name and the DL6 incident.
Yeah.
15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct?
It is correct.
Then testify about this matter to the court.
When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please. The DL6 incident. Is it...
I don't know what it is. To me, he did it. I mean, he's not guilty of anything. He was a child. He picked up the gun. He was trying to shoot Yanni.
No, he threw it and it went off.
Oh, he threw
Sorry.
it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, either way, he was just trying to defend his dad, and his dad got shot instead.
Well, it was pitch black in there.
Exactly.
And there was oxygen deprivation. But I'm trying to remember if maybe he threw it with his other hand. Like, if he picked up the gun in this case with his right hand, and he did it absent-mindedly, not even thinking, presumably he would have done the exact same thing back then. But if he says that he threw it with his left hand, then that's the contradiction in the nightmare. So we'll have to see. The DL6 incident. That day, I'd gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. No, it's his right. Damn it. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream? We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events.
Bah! The same claim Mr. Yogi has made.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination, the DL6 incident. That day, I'd gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. So hold on a second. I just want to check something. I'm not going to actually present him with anything. But I want to see this.
I mean, that looks like he got shot in the throat from from the left-hand side of his body, which no one was over there.
Well, and there's a bullet hole in the glass.
Yeah, in the window.
That's relevant. Somehow. It's gotta be. Alright, we'll see. Anyway, let's go back and then just press him on stuff for now. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day?
I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case?
It was 15 years ago.
Holy shit, did Karma kill him? There was a bullet hole in the glass.
Yeah.
So it wasn't from going out, it was from coming in. In fact, it had to be. Because the bullet that we have was pulled out of his body.
Yeah.
So there wouldn't be a hole in the glass.
Right, unless there was an exit wound. Unless
Yeah.
it had gone through his neck and out the window.
But it couldn't be because it was the bullet that we have was taken from his body. So Von Karma shot him through the glass.
Oh my god. Alright.
We figured it out. Okay.
It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details.
That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. Yeah, it was. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Oh, sorry, hold on. Press him. So, there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator? Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first. But then as time passed, no one came to help. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then... Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster.
And you picked it up. What happened next?
I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting.
Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it?
I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked.
So, you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi?
I was in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream.
The gun fired once?
Yes. I think, after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream.
The scream.
It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day.
To this day?
Yes, I can practically hear it now.
But he said he had no memory of anything.
Right.
I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live.
There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. But I don't know what it means. I better find out, and quick. Oh, okay, so that was the end.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go to that last statement there. Blah, 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 blah. I picked it up through it. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. All right, so there it is. The case file is what talks about the oxygen, right? Air in elevator was oxygen depleted at time of incident. No clues found on the scene. Defense attorney trapped in the elevator, returning from a trial loss with his son. One bullet found in the heart. The murder weapon was fired twice.
Nice.
Okay, so that's important too. And in fact...
That was page 2 of 3.
Exactly. Well, the third page was the information about Yanni Yogi.
Oh, okay.
A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. Here we go. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot?
Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see.
No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. What page is it on? Blah, blah, blah. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you?
Yep.
I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot?
Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot?
Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What?
I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case?
Your Honor, I think I'll be able to show you proof.
What? Impossible. No, Mr. Von Karma. Save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident?
Alright, so it's gotta be the picture with the whole gunshot in the window.
Yeah.
Look at this fucking every time. This dude's Phoenix Kroger. Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the
This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth.
This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it.
So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired? Where?
Your Honor, please get a clue. Okay, so we gotta just point at the bullet hole. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here.
I see. A bullet hole in the door.
Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet, there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot.
Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Okay, so it wasn't from outside. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else.
Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be?
Oh, okay, so it is actually. The murderer, of course.
I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page.
The case summary? That's on page 1.
Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. Ugh. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene.
He does have a point.
That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else
Impossible.
that made that bullet hole in the door.
Order! I will have order! Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet. So, all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim.
I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick? If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No! But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it.
Because it can't possibly just be one. Because the bullet was in the body.
The bullet was in the, which we haven't gotten to yet. But if the bullet was in the body,
then it's proof that there had to have been 2 shots.
That's assuming that we know that
Unless
gun was what fired the bullet that killed him.
There had to have been 2 shots, or there was 1 shot from another gun outside of
Correct.
the elevator.
That's what I'm getting
And
at.
that when he threw the pistol, he heard the gunshot because Von Karma was shooting through the window.
Correct.
And not because that gun even ever went off.
Which is what I'm getting at, yes.
Yeah.
I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick!
Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Precisely. Yeah, look at how happy he is.
Yep.
I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections?
No. No, I do not.
So, you killed your father, though that was not your intention?
Yes, I did.
Oh no! He's accepted the guilt!
Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant. Today. Right here.
Right now!
Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
Of course we do. I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words.
Mr. Wright?
Your Honor. Your Honor, I object.
Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object?
Nick? I don't know. His case is perfect. Oh no. Grah! It must exist. The second bullet. That was Mia. Did you see her?
Yeah, I saw her a couple times.
What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist? But where? Someone took it. So we have it. That's what we have, I guess. The Edgeworth bullet. Out of his heart.
If it was in his heart, then nobody took it. They took the one that was lying on the ground. And it was Von Karma that took it.
Yeah.
It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet. It existed.
What? But we've just heard proof that it did not exist.
I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
But who?
The murderer.
The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer?
I mean, it's definitely you, dude. I'm still thinking about that one.
So the criminal took the second bullet, but why?
Huh?
First of all, how could they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet?
The murderer had to find it, or the murderer didn't need it?
Had to find it.
Of course there was a need. That's why they took it.
Bah, what possible reason could they have had?
Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene was with them is the bullet would be proof, or the murderer was cautious.
The bullet would be proof.
Maybe they thought that the bullet would be used as proof?
Proof?
It was a special bullet, so they took it with them.
If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well.
Huh?
Why would they only take one of the two shots fired?
Oh, right.
Mr. Wright,
Well,
have
they're
you
gonna
really thought this through?
Perform an autopsy in the elevator?
I'm going to have to penalize you.
Alright, so we were wrong on that answer.
That's really stupid.
This isn't going so well.
Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet?
The murderer had to find it, and then it was... This is the first question, and the second question, the answer is he was being cautious? Or no? What order did they go in?
If the murderer didn't need it, then why would he take it?
Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? Haven't got a clue.
What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Bah, the murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true.
Had to take it. Had to take it? The murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene, but, the murderer had to take that bullet.
Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean?
Well, for instance, what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer.
What?
The bullet hit the murderer?
So if it fired through the window at a person holding a gun waiting to shoot Edgeworth, then he would have been hit. Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there.
That's what I said.
You know?
That's why you couldn't take the bullet out of Gregory's body.
Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened?
Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer themselves was shot? And they left with the second bullet still inside of them? Thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime?
Yes. I guess that's how it would work, yes.
But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean...
The murderer came from outside, yes. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges, and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside.
Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known.
Thank you?
I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say.
What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer.
No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick! Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? No, I don't. What did he say?
Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow! And he was gone for like 6 months after that.
I forgot he was gone.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Not 6, several.
He was recovering from a gunshot wound.
Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many, many years of prosecuting.
What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean... It could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. Thank you, we got there a long time ago.
Yeah.
He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma! Oh, man.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright. You seem dazed.
No, Your Honor.
Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? Say it now or save it for a better time?
Ooh, that's up to you.
Shit, why is it up to me? Save it for a better time. Wait, I don't have enough proof yet. This is my trump card. I better save it for the right time.
Mr. Wright, something the matter?
I'm fine, Your Honor.
Shall we carry on with the trial then, That said, we have no farther to go. All that is left is the finish. In other words, the verdict.
What? Not yet!
Think, Mr. Wright. You have said that someone from the outside was the murderer, yet you cannot suggest anyone as a possible suspect, which means your conjecture is worthless, and will be rejected, of course.
Nick! Now's no time to be holding on to that trump card. The trial's almost over. All right. I may not know what I'm doing, but here goes. Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect.
Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect?
My hands are shaking.
The what?
Von Karma.
Von Karma? You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there?
That guy that we're talking about, like he's not even in the room?
Dude, he's right there.
Bah! You don't object?
Humph.
I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection?
Because you took a vacation for several months, starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason?
So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify.
I have a crazy guess, and if I'm right, I'm going to be super happy. The metal detector is still in evidence.
So the bullet's still inside him, you think?
Yep, I do think that.
A metal detector's not Well, yeah, I guess
It absolutely would.
Okay.
Erk. Nick! Let's find out who his doctor is. What? It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues.
He did, though.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
It's in him.
There were 2 gunshots. Like...
The gun was fired twice, but the second bullet was never found because it's still in him. He probably
Yes,
didn't
but
undergo surgery.
What I'm saying is, he left the clue in that he didn't take the bullet from Gregory's body enough to make it seem like there could have been an exit wound and therefore only 1 shot. That's leaving clues.
I don't know. Again, it just made it look like Yogi or Edgeworth did it. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Grr, nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane!
You could do that.
No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself.
I mean, you can, if it's not that deep.
Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where? Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? All right, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... Hell yes!
You finally get to use this metal detector for something real.
Von Karma's perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then, I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. Ugh, you don't mean... I do. There is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible? For all these years? It would be very dumb.
Yeah,
it would have to be like
every time he enters court, he's got to go through the metal detector.
No, lawyers don't have to do that.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm gonna run this over you and see what we find. Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means... You acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you?
I mean, that's not what that means, but okay.
Order! 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 Yeah, it's his Fifth Amendment right to, like, not have to do that, but... And Fourth Amendment for search and seizure and all that, but... You know. Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough! I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot.
That was really good thinking.
It found something.
That noise is still so annoying.
It's the worst. Yeah, real bad. It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma? You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. Yeah, right. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it?
Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6?
Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence.
Because I stole it all.
That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday.
With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright.
No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma.
What?
You were close. 1 day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof.
What?
Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. It's gotta be this, but I don't understand how without the bullet coming out of Von Karma. But here we go. It's the only piece of evidence left from the trial.
The ballistic markings didn't match the gun.
They didn't? Is that what that said?
No, I'm telling you that's how it's gonna work.
Okay.
That's... a bullet?
Where did you get that?
This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact.
Ballistic markings?
So they're gonna prove it's from Von Karma's gun as opposed to the gun that we have in evidence.
You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago.
Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate.
We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We can analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. I don't think he means like just grabbing it out right now. Like
No, I'm just saying, like, there's no need for that. He just said that they would both match the same gun. That doesn't make sense.
Yes, it does.
There were 2 separate guns.
No,
there
there
was the
weren't.
gun at the feet
Nope.
of Edgeworth, and there was the gun that Von Karma was holding at the window of the elevator.
No, because if you remember that while it was just clips, those elevator doors were open when Von Karma was standing there with the gun. Because the doors opened, he picked up the gun off the floor and shot Edgeworth's father.
Oh. Okay.
And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? He's just yelling.
Okay.
That scream.
I was gonna say, wouldn't he
Yes.
recognize his own father's scream? But that's because it wasn't.
Correct.
I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know!
Hey, help! I can't breathe!
Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier!
Stop breathing my air! I'll stop you! Stop breathing my air! Get away! Get away from my father!
Bang! It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma! It was you who screamed! Mr. Von Karma?
Edgeworth! Edgeworth! Only you would dare defy me!
So, it was you!
You and your father are my curse!
Holy shit. I'll just stay here a while and let him keep doing this. Oh,
Yeah.
damn, he stopped. Okay.
Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record! And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade.
Holy fuck!
I'll bury you! I'll bury you with my bare hands! Death! Death!
No, you won't. You're going to prison now.
15 years earlier.
Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry.
Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you.
I was careless.
I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered you for you in the past, but not this time.
Edgeworth?
It was a shock like none I had ever known.
Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible, burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny.
Yep. Okay, so he didn't shoot through the window like I thought originally, but still.
In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge!
What?
What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it.
Very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor.
You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare.
Yes, Your Honor.
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth,
not guilty for a second time today.
Yeah. More confetti.
They just have so much of it loaded up and ready to go.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
It is? But what about Von Karma?
I mean, it's got to be a separate trial, right?
Oh.
December 28th, 5:38 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. So this trial today went on from 10 a.m. to 5:38 p.m. with only a 5-minute recess.
No fucking way.
Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside, you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! I gotta say, I'm impressed.
It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it.
I know. I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory.
So, it's finally over, Edgeworth.
Right.
Yeah?
I love you.
I'm not sure how to say this.
I know. Try thank you.
I see. Thank you, Wright.
You're welcome.
I think you could have done better than that.
Sorry. I'm not good at this sort of thing.
You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth.
She's got you there.
Whoop! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month, but who cares?
See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you.
I see. Whoop!
Yes.
Yes, what a fantastic way to end it.
I feel foolish.
Don't worry. Take it all a little at a time. You'll get used to it.
It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded.
She just shows up. She's just allowed in here.
They wanted to make sure that you had something to do in this final episode, Amy.
Yes. Hey, y'all!
Lotta!
Y'all were great in there. Yeah,
Thank you.
Because you're clearly the authority on that.
Thank you.
Yo, Edgeworth, congrats! Yes, I'm sure he's very pleased that you're addressing him this way.
Look what he's saying. Thank y'all very much.
Wow. Wow. I love it. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. What the fuck does that mean?
In other words, meaning you wouldn't, like, that level of a crime. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if you knew no one was there to see you do it. Yeah. That's how good of a person you are.
Yes.
Let alone murder somebody.
Yes, because clearly he wanted to murder his own father as a child.
You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you?
Yeah, well, oh, sorry. Wow, that's totally you.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. You were doing your job. You were, like, breathing in to start, and I just interrupted you, so go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh?
Speaking of which...
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Hey, I did it to you. All's fair. Speaking of which, what are you going to do now, Lotta?
Who, me? I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick.
Really? That's too bad.
Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy with the from the park?
It's Larry. Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over.
Oh my god.
Oh no, did Keontae break up with you? Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Keontae. She's gonna live in Paris. Paris, Nick! She's leaving me behind! Should have seen that coming.
Oh god.
Yo, Edgy, there you are! Yes, here I am.
Oh my god.
Congrats, Edgy! Here, a little gift from me in celebration.
Celebration? That's unusual for you.
Harry Butts! Sorry, what the hell's this dude's voice?
Pal, Harry Butts, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal.
Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right?
What the fuck?
I think you'll be fine, Larry.
Right?
Yeah? What's up?
That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it.
Well, yeah. That's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes.
It's $38, right?
Huh? What a weird amount.
He took the money. He took Edgeworth's money.
Oh no. Oh no, it was him. Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly? Nick! Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? $38! No! No! Larry, it was you!
What are you so surprised about, Wright?
Huh?
Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect.
What?
Think back to that day, 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history.
I never was good at history. Heh.
Oh my god.
Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you?
I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember?
Yeah, too well.
Right? You may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts.
I know.
Really, Wright. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out.
Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth.
Hmm?
You should have told me. Now, Nick. It was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'd say so, yes.
There you have it. Gah. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well,
So you should be thanking them.
Well, you always have been something of an insufferable emotionalist.
yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. Oh, Larry, you simple bastard. Death! The death sentence for both of you! Man, if only I'd known I'd become a prosecutor!
The same goes for me, only the other way around.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I'd known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all.
Edgeworth.
Want to switch, Wright?
Hey, y'all. Line up. I'll take a photo.
Hey, photo time! Let's go!
And after that, dinner on me!
Is Lotta coming?
I don't know, I guess so. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. What?
He was?
He didn't even get to come? December 29th, 5:02 a.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. Whoa. I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5 o'clock. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Oh no. Is she leaving? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium. In training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you. But I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training.
She wasn't useless. She talked to Polly.
She did. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium, for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye? What time is it? Gah! The first trains for the mountains have already left! To the station!
It's a long episode, man. Sorry, everybody. But also, this seems very finite, so it makes sense.
I guess I'm too late. There she is. Hey! Nick! Maya! So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Wait! What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? Yeah, she was the one that grabbed that bullet.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. Take that! A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he'd taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6, but you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma, and you were the one who gave it to me. Nick! Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm gonna complete my training and come back. Okay. I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. That's a weird sound for a train bell or horn. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya.
She's so cute.
She's adorable. Aww. Oh. Thanks, Nick. And so, my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now, a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! Don't think you graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I got a bad feeling about this. We did it.
Wow. It's over? I thought there were more chapters to it after this.
It seemed pretty finite.
Hey, pal, Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoop! Detective Gumshoe! Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kinda like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh?
I mean, not really. That seems about right. Oh, wow. Is this just going to keep happening?
Oh, yeah, I guess. Like throughout the credits.
Throughout the credits, yeah. Yep, there he is. Huh? Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you'd call a cheap date. Huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah. Larry, you fucking idiot. Amazing. I want to, like, talk about this game, but this is not advanceable. Who? Wright? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. Jesus, I barely remember that dude at all.
Yeah, me too.
But looking at him, I knew that was his voice. That's why I came up with it in the first place. Oh my god. Oh, this guy, what the hell? Phoenix Wright? Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for, yes? Oh, you should know, I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel recently. Should you be in the area, please stop by. Wow.
It's amazing.
Fantastic. Ahem. Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright? Ah, yes, me as understudy, was he not? I understand how he's doing. I wonder how he's doing. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see?
He always fucking says that. It's creepy and weird.
Yep. Oh my god. I'm like exhausted after that. Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Did you know that they're finally... Oh god, okay. A DVD, everything, I supposed. Okay, goodbye. She was talking way too fast and I could not read that quickly. Sorry, but also not sorry at all. Feel free to pause it and look for yourselves.
I'm pleased to announce The Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know?
Good lord. Yeah, I think I read somewhere. I guess I might have to stop talking when the next person pops up. Here she is. Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She said she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway? I think I read somewhere that there is a 5th chapter, because we've only had 4, but it was like DLC or extra content, so I'll have to check. I don't know if we have it or not, but
It was DLC.
I'll find out. Right? Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess. All right, but, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day. I mean, you're there right now. And I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. What a dog. It was kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age.
What a dog?
Does that mean she's ugly?
I think so.
That's rude.
What the hell?
Yeah.
So offensive. Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer. I missed it.
Huh, me? I've been training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real.
Now that's telling. I'm gonna be famous.
Wow.
Alright. Cool.
Interesting. I want to see the picture and the ghost. There it is.
It's Mia.
It is Mia. Wow. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Capcom. We did it. I knew it! It is there. A brand new episode has been added.
Hell yeah, baby. I knew that shit wasn't over.
Okay, but you know what is? This long-ass episode. Holy crap. If I had
what an amazing one.
Yeah, definitely the best one so far in my opinion. Definitely. Holy crap. If you made it this far, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. But also,
please,
as always, let us know what you thought in the comments. We would love to hear people's thoughts. What did you think of this game?
Jesus.
Yeah, we got one more chapter, but I mean that was a really good ending.
What a roller coaster that was.
It was a lot. I mean the episode would have been shorter if I hadn't screwed up in the beginning, you know?
Don't say that. This went the way it needed to go.
Yeah, I guess. This was nice. I enjoyed it a lot, and we'll see what chapter 5 looks like going forward, because I believe that is the final chapter then. So,
okay.
Wow.
Wow.
You happy?
Yeah.
Good. And I hope you all watching at home are happy as well.
I'm surprised at so many aspects of this.
Yeah.
I really am.
Yeah, this was...
I can't say that with a lot of the games that we play. I'm always like, oh, well, this is definitely what happened, you know?
Yeah.
And even there were plenty of points where that happened, too, in this.
Sure.
And there was still so many surprises.
Definitely. I like a game that can do that, where you can be like, oh my God, it's... God, I breathed the wrong way. I was trying to fight it, but I couldn't do it. Okay, I'm so sorry. There are so many points where you can like... You're like, oh, it's definitely this. And like some things are obvious, like you said, but where you can say like, oh my God, is it this? But like you've been playing for like an hour and a half,
right.
And like out of nowhere, you're like, holy crap, this thing out of nowhere,
like
is it this?
It finally occurred to me because
Yeah.
It's so outlandish that it wouldn't have any sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you had a good moment of that one in this episode, and I had at least one as well.
Yeah.
Really good.
Knowing that Von Karma made the shot.
Yep. And then the metal detector thing for me was the other one.
Yeah, and seeing the gunshot hole in the window and
Yeah.
knowing that meant 2 bullets.
Yep.
Because I wouldn't have gotten that.
Yeah.
But then when you showed it to me, I was like, oh, of course.
But-
there has to be 2 bullets then. That's
Right.
proof that there needs to be 2.
Right. But I was wrong and right about it, because I was
Yeah.
like, oh, Von Karma shot through the window, that's why it's there.
Right.
And the bullet's still in him, but because it was fired 2 times, the bullet went out, it's in Von Karma's shoulder with the metal
Right.
detector. Yeah,
It-
so there were a lot of things.
It had so much more complexity to it than what you thought.
Yeah.
When you thought you had figured it out, there was just a whole nother level. And then you thought you figured that out, and there was a whole nother level.
Yeah.
It was really, really cool and
Yeah.
complex.
Amazing. So yeah, as always, folks, your comments down below would be really appreciated. We'd love to continue the conversation with you about this game. In addition, please don't forget to hit that like button and share, only if you believe it to be true, of course. But we would love it if you know of other people who you think would enjoy seeing this game played by us.
I don't know anyone who wouldn't. I mean, what a fascinating story that was.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Specifically this chapter.
Phoenix, right?
Wow.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I mean, there
ruined
were
it.
no, you didn't. There were so many moments where like Edgeworth was like, right. And Phoenix responded by saying, yeah. And it's like, how would you know that he's not just saying the word correct or the word for correct?
Exactly.
So silly. But anyway, yeah, so that is the end of this particular episode. Thank you all so very much for watching. My God, this was great. We will be back.
Incredible.
We will obviously be back next week for chapter 5. So definitely stay tuned for that.
I'm thrilled there is a chapter 5.
Good. I'm curious where it's going to go because it looked like Mia and Maya on the front there of
Nice.
that little placard. So we shall see where that ends up taking us. But yeah, that's going to be the end for now. We'll see you next week. As I said, subbing and ringing the bell. You'll find out exactly when that video comes out. Check out our other videos on this channel and our other channels linked down in the description box below. Don't forget. And for now, from us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I have been Joe.
And I'm Amy.
And as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.